There's a toolbox in my garage I haven't opened in 6 years. Spud wrenches, sleever bars, a beater with a handle I rewrapped so many times the tape has its own archaeology. Bolt bags gone soft at the seams. 17 years of steel in one rolling cabinet, and I keep it the way some men keep a uniform. Not because I'm going back, because it's proof. 17 years, 11 states, 41 projects that I can name, and a few short calls I've probably forgotten. Local 392 out of Rockford, and then everywhere the work went, because that's the deal you make when you take the book. You follow the work. Tonight I want to run the numbers on that deal. All of them. The ones on the paycheck and the ones that never make it onto paper. I'm Mason Reed. This is Miles from Nowhere, and this is the Ironworkers math. Start with the good column because it's real. A journeyman ironworker on a large commercial project in the Midwest earns real money. Union scale plus benefits, and on a hyperscale job with overtime, a good year can clear 6 figures. The pension credits accumulate, the annuity grows, the health coverage is better than most office workers will ever see. Nobody takes the book for the glamour. They take it because the math on the paycheck works. Now the other column. The truck. You cannot follow the work in a sedan. A 3/4-ton diesel that can haul your tools and survive 200,000 highway miles runs a payment that eats a week of wages every month, fuel on top. Tires twice a year when you're running long. The double life. Rent or a mortgage at home because your family lives somewhere, plus whatever the road costs. The motel weeks. The camper you bought the year the motels got stupid. 2 households on 1 income, even when the per diem is honest. And we did a whole episode on when it isn't. The marriage tax. I don't have a number for this one. Nobody does. I can tell you that the divorce rate among traveling tradesmen is a thing the union halls don't put in the recruitment brochures. I can tell you I watched good men choose between the project and the family more times than I want to count. I can tell you which one usually won, and it wasn't the family, and it wasn't because the men were bad. It was because the work was 5 hours away and the mortgage didn't care. Then there's the body budget. Steel doesn't negotiate. Every connection you make, every load you land, every February morning you climb iron that's 10 degrees below zero, the body pays for it on layaway. Knees first, usually, then the back, then the shoulders, which is where my bill came due. Torn rotator cuff at 41, surgery, rehab, and a doctor who looked at the imaging and said the sentence every tradesman knows is coming eventually. You can keep doing this, but not for long. And not like before. 17 years in, I had pension credits, an annuity, a paid-off truck, and a body that had quietly spent its principal. That's the ledger, both columns. I'd sign it again, I want to be clear about that. But I'd read the fine print harder. Here's why my ledger matters to anyone besides me. The hyperscale build-out needs hundreds of thousands of skilled tradespeople over the next decade. Ironworkers, electricians, pipefitters, millwrights, operators. The demand curve is public. The apprenticeship pipeline numbers are also public, and they do not meet. The industry knows it. The hyperscalers know it. Meta announced a $115 million skilled trades training investment this summer. That's a company that builds software deciding it needs to fund the people who build buildings. When the customer starts paying for the workforce, the shortage is not a projection anymore. It's a condition. But here's what the training programs can't fix on their own. A 22-year-old deciding between the trades and anything else is doing my math with better information than I had. He's got the forums, the group chats, the uncle who did it and the cousin who quit. He knows about the truck payment and the double life and the body budget before he ever signs an apprenticeship card. And the traveling life is the line item that kills the deal. Not the work. The work is good work, not the pay. The pay is real. It's the life around the work. The 200 nights a year somewhere that isn't home, in housing that ranges from tolerable to a truck bed. The industry has spent decades treating that life as a fixed cost, a condition of the trade. Take it or leave it. They're leaving it. You can't shorten the highway. You can't make steel lighter or February warmer. Most of the ironworker's ledger is fixed by physics and geography, and no training program touches it. But one line item is a choice. Where the worker sleeps, what it costs him. Whether the 200 nights away are spent somewhere a person can actually live, a real bed, real food, 10 minutes from the gate, or in the housing lottery that the industry has called normal for 50 years. That line item is infrastructure. Somebody just has to build it. Fix that one, and the ledger changes. Not enough to make the traveling life easy. Nothing makes it easy. Enough to make the 22-year-old's math come out different. Enough that the answer to, why would anyone sign up for this, has an answer. The build-out doesn't have a labor problem. It has a life problem, and the life problem is fixable. I'm Mason Reed. Next episode, what Oklahoma taught us. A hyperscaler, a college town with no rooms, and the project that showed the industry what solving the housing problem actually looks like. This is Miles from Nowhere. Miles from Nowhere is brought to you by Namche Infrastructure. Namche builds workforce villages for the people who follow the work. Real beds, real food, 10 minutes from the gate, priced inside per diem. Because the build-out runs on the trades, and the trades run on more than a paycheck. NamcheInfrastructure.com